because of the way they carry themselves. They are calm, assured, and present. You might find yourself subtly gravitating toward them, wanting to be in their space, to feel that energy. It's the silent rule at play. People are drawn to those who are in control of their own energy. It's about having a quiet confidence, not boasting or seeking attention, but simply existing in a way that others find compelling. When we think about attraction in these terms, it becomes clear that it is much more than just physical appearance or surface-level charm. It's about how we make others feel when they are around us. Attraction is deeply connected to how we show up in the world, how we listen, how we act, and how we make others feel seen and valued. A genuine compliment, a simple act of kindness, or a warm smile can create a magnetic effect, drawing people in without a single word being said. One of the most intriguing aspects of the silent rules of attraction is the way in which we subconsciously mirror others. This is known as the law of reciprocity. The idea that when we offer something positive to others, they are more likely to respond in kind. It's often seen in body language. When we stand with open posture, when we smile, when we mirror someone else's gestures, we create a subtle bond. This mirroring can create a sense of familiarity and comfort, making people feel more connected to us, without us even realizing it. This dynamic is something that occurs naturally when we are in tune with the energy of those around us. It's important to note that attraction isn't always about being in close proximity to someone. Sometimes, the space we allow between ourselves and others plays a crucial role. The silent rule here is the concept of personal space. Everyone has an invisible bubble, a space they feel comfortable with, and when we are able to respect that space while also knowing when to close the distance, we can create a sense of intimacy that doesn't feel forced or invasive. It's the subtle dance of proximity and distance that builds rapport and strengthens attraction. We might lean in slightly when someone is speaking, or stand at a comfortable distance when conversing, allowing the other person to feel heard and respected. These small adjustments create a silent exchange that draws us closer without us having to make an overt effort. But sometimes, attraction is not about drawing someone in, but rather about giving them space to come to us. This is where the power of nonchalance plays a part. It's a curious and powerful dynamic. When we seem too eager or too available, it can push others away. But when we allow a little mystery, when we show that we are content in our own lives, we inadvertently become more intriguing. It's a delicate balance, being present, but not desperate. Attraction thrives in the space between pursuit and withdrawal. By giving others room to chase, we tap into an age-old rule. People are drawn to what they can't have. But this silent rule doesn't require manipulation. It's about creating the right amount of space for someone to come closer naturally. A key part of this silent dance is the concept of timing. Timing is everything in attraction. The way we respond to someone, the way we show interest, all hinges on timing. It's about knowing when to take a step forward and when to take a step back. Timing in attraction isn't just about when we decide to speak or act. It's about knowing when to allow the attraction to build on its own. We often hear about the importance of patience, of not rushing into things. This is the silent rule of pacing. Sometimes the most powerful thing we can do is simply wait. Wait for the right moment. Wait for the right time to reveal our feelings. It's in that space of anticipation that attraction builds, that the energy between two people intensifies. But timing doesn't just apply to romantic relationships. It's something we can use in all types of connections, friendships, business partnerships, and even family dynamics. The way we time our responses, our gestures, and our actions can have a profound impact on the attraction we feel toward others, and they toward us. This is why the best connections often feel effortless. It's not about forcing anything to happen. It's about waiting for the right moment, for the moment when everything falls into place. And sometimes, attraction happens when we least expect it. There is a saying that goes, "The best things come when you are not looking for them." It's true. The moment we stop actively seeking out attraction, when we let go of the need to make something happen, it can suddenly show up. This speaks to another silent rule. Attraction is often a byproduct of living fully in the present moment. When we stop worrying about the future, when we stop trying to control every interaction, attraction flows effortlessly into our lives. It's in the spontaneous moments, the unplanned encounters, where connections happen most naturally. Attraction, in its quietest form, is a dance of give and take, of push and pull. It's not about being the loudest or the most noticeable. It's about being present, being attuned to the subtle shifts of energy that occur around us. It's about respecting others' space, allowing them room to breathe, and knowing when to lean in and when to step back. It's about being genuine, being comfortable in your own skin, and showing up as your truest self. When we allow attraction to happen naturally, without trying to force it or control it, that's when the most meaningful connections take place. The silent rules of attraction are perhaps the most powerful of all. These are the moments that happen in the background, unnoticed by the conscious mind, but deeply felt. The way someone stands, the way they smile, the subtle shifts in their voice and posture that communicate volumes without a single word. Attraction isn't always loud or dramatic. It doesn't need to be. Sometimes the most powerful forces are those that move quietly, with grace and subtlety, slipping under the radar until they've already worked their magic. This is the allure of attraction, the kind that you feel in your chest, in your gut, before your mind can even catch up. Think for a moment about the people who have had the greatest impact on your life. What is it about them that drew you in? Was it their appearance? Perhaps, but more likely, it was something deeper. It was the way they made you feel. There's a power in making someone feel seen, heard, and understood. We are all craving connection, and when we meet someone who makes us feel that we matter, we are naturally drawn to them. This is one of the core silent rules of attraction, the power of emotional connection. When we connect with others on an emotional level, it creates a bond that transcends physical appearance or superficial qualities. It's also important to remember that attraction is not just about the good things. In fact, it's often the vulnerabilities and imperfections in someone's personality that make them most compelling. People are drawn to others who are real, who have experienced hardship, who have been through the ups and downs of life. There's something deeply attractive about someone who has the courage to be vulnerable, who isn't afraid to show their flaws. We all have scars, emotional wounds that we carry with us, and it's in the sharing of those scars and the vulnerability of acknowledging them that we create intimacy. It's through vulnerability that we build trust, and it's through trust that we form deeper, more meaningful connections. There's an ancient wisdom in this idea. Consider the Japanese concept of wabi-sabi, which celebrates the beauty and imperfection in transience. It suggests that there is an inherent beauty in things that are not perfect, in things that are fleeting, because they are authentic. In many ways, this reflects the silent rules of attraction. It's not the perfect, polished exterior that draws us in, it's the raw, unguarded moments of humanity. These moments reveal who we truly are, and when we allow others to see that truth, we create the kind of attraction that is both magnetic and lasting. But vulnerability is not something that is easily shared. It requires trust, and trust is something that builds over time. This is why attraction is often a slow burn, rather than an immediate spark. The deeper we get to know someone, the more we allow ourselves to be vulnerable with them, the more attraction develops. It's in the quiet moments, the moments when we're not trying to impress anyone, that true attraction takes root. It's in the times when we share our stories, our fears, and our dreams that we form real connections. And these connections are far more powerful than any superficial attraction. In a world that often values appearance over substance, it's important to remember that